Salam alaikum. As we've always been saying, we are the luckiest people in the world. Allah Ta'ala granted us Iman. But to protect that Iman, we have to know what Allah Ta'ala expects from us. So we're reading about the life of our Prophet Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Before I continue, I want to read again from the book Ethics of Islam. The second gravest sin after disbelief is to hold a heretical belief. The opposite of every heretical belief is the Sunni belief. The most valuable worship and the highest of all virtues after having belief in Allah Ta'ala is to hold al-Sunnat, or the Sunni belief. Let us continue. It was the 5th year of the Hegira. The Jewish sons of Nâdir, who were a source of anarchy and disorder, had been exiled from Medina, had been divided into groups. Some of them went to Damascus, some of them to Khaybar. However, their hearts were full of feelings of hostility and desire for revenge against Islam and our master the Prophet. Their leader, Huyai, went to Mecca with 20 prominent figures of his people. They met with Abu Sufyan and began to negotiate to kill our beloved Prophet. They said, "We will be on your side and we will not leave you alone until we finish this business." Abu Sufyan said, "Those who are enemy to our enemy are appreciated by us. However, for trusting you, you must worship our idols. Only after this can we accept that you are sincere and we can be sure of you." The treacherous Jews, who could give up even their religion to attain their goal, prostrated themselves on the ground in front of the idols. While they were disbelievers with a holy book, after prostrating, they became disbelievers without a holy book. They swore to kill our beloved Prophet and to demolish Islam. The polytheists started preparations for war immediately. They sent men to neighboring polytheist tribes too. The Jews also took action to persuade various tribes. They armed some of the tribes by promising them money and palm dates. The polytheists had extracted a force of 4,000 men from around Mecca. Abu Sufyan unfurled their banner at Da'un Nadwa and gave it to Uthman bin Abi Talha. In the army, there were 300 horses, many weapons, and 1,500 camels. When the polytheist army of 4,000 soldiers came to Marazahran, many tribes, such as the sons of Suleiman, the sons of Fazara, the Ghafatanites, the sons of Murrah, and the sons of Asad, had increased the number of the troops to 10,000 with their reinforcement of 6,000 soldiers. This was a very large force at that time. The Khuzah tribe, who had friendly relations with our Prophet ﷺ, had informed Medina of the situation. A horseman who passed the 10 days' way in 4 days had given detailed information about the polytheists to our master the Prophet. Our beloved Prophet, who counseled with his companions in his businesses, gathered the companions and discussed the situation. Each companion gave his opinion about where and how to make the war. In this council, Hadrat Salman Farsi took the permission to talk and said, "O Rasulullah, we have a war method. When we feared that the enemy might raid, we used to dig a trench around us and make a defense. Our master the Prophet and the companions liked this method, and it was decided to fight against the enemy in this manner. Our master the Prophet immediately went to see where the trench would be dug. There were gardens in the south of Medina, and they were full of trees. The possibility of a collective polytheist attack from there was weak. Furthermore, a small force could defend there. In the east, there was a Jewish tribe called Bani Qurayza, with whom there was a treaty made. For this reason, the polytheists could attack only from the open lands in the west and in the north. The locations where the trench should be dug were determined. To each companion, a place of around 3 meters was allotted. Each person should dig his place at the height of 2 persons, around 3.5 meters, and the trench should have a width that a running horse could not jump over. The time was limited. The enemy had left Mecca, and they were marching towards Medina. It was necessary to dig the trench at the soonest. Our beloved Prophet, with his heroic companions, first chose by saying, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Everyone was trying to dig the trench as soon as possible with all their power. Even the children participated in this task. A tent was prepared for our Master the Prophet on the Zubab hill. Earth from the trench was thrown around this hill, and stones were picked from the mountain of Sal. Those who could not find a vessel were carrying earth by their own clothes. Our beloved Prophet also was working until he was tired. The companions who saw this situation were saying, "May our lives be sacrificed for your sake, O Rasulullah. Our work will suffice. Do not work. Rest." He was replying, "I wish to participate in your rewards you earn by working." In those days, the weather was very cold. Furthermore, that year there was a famine due to drought. It was very difficult to find food. Including the Master of the Worlds, all the companions suffered a great hunger. To give themselves more stamina, they roped stones around their abdomens, so that its pressing would suppress the feeling of hunger. Wa alaykum salam.